All right, what's up, guys? So back with another one here. So Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2 is finally getting rollback. There's a lot of players that are excited, that are saying they want to try the game. You know, they picked up Guilty Gear with Strive. They want to try Rev. Now, I'm telling you right now, Rev is a lot more difficult than Strive. Like, I'm not saying that Rev is like an insanely difficult game. It's just that Strive is super easy. It's super easy, super accessible. So there's a couple things I want to just tell you that you should know, you should be ready for before you go into Rev, so you don't have a breakdown like I did when I first learned the game. I was like, what the hell is going on with this game? By the way, too, there's also a very good in-game tutorial. The game is very good tutorial. So if you've never played it before, maybe for rollback, check out the tutorial if you want, or just watch this video, who knows? But anyway, like always, you like this stuff, you like Guilty Gear, you like unnecessarily complex mechanics that Daisuke thought were cool back in like 2015 or whatever. 13? When the hell does this game come out? I don't know. Hit the subscribe button and let's go. All right, so we're gonna go 5 things. So these are 5 things that when I was learning the game, they drove me crazy. Now I was like, what the hell's wrong with this game? So let's go. This might help you too. So it might sound like I'm complaining. I'm not. These are just things that are unique and a bit weird about the game. So the first thing, the most important thing, and the thing you're gonna find out immediately within probably your first game, you're gonna find out is old Guilty Gear throws. So if you're a striver, throws are what, forward and D. I think they're 2 frames. They have a whiff animation. They're still very strong, but in old Guilty Gear, this is a throw. Ready? Saying, what the hell, Jiyuna? That was an attack. That's not a throw. Because there's no throw whiff. If you're close and you press forward and heavy slash, you get a throw, or back, right? Throws are also 1 frame. So they're fast in Strive. They're even faster in this game. They're 1 frame. If you are next to somebody and they're not blocking or you're not hitting them, you're going to get thrown. You will get thrown. People max throw in this game like crazy. You can even do option select. So like, instead of forward and H, I can press forward and P, which is my anti-air button. So if I press forward PH together, I get throw. Now, if you like try to bait my throw, since there's no animation, I'd get my anti-air attack as well. It's very, 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 very strong. When you start, every time you mistime a meaty, every time you do a block string and there's a gap, every time you drop a combo, every time you do any sort of mix-up, you're going to get thrown. Guilty Gear players always mash throw nonstop 100% of the time. And I recommend you do it as well. You should probably be mash and throw every time. So just get used to that. Trust me. It's very, very frustrating. I think this was what tilted me the most when I first started playing the game, was just getting scooped out everything. It's like, what the hell is going on with this stupid game? Throws are very strong. Same thing with air grabs too. Same thing with air grabs too. Some characters, like the anti-air, you just air grab, you know? It's same thing, 1 frame, just scoop them out the air. But yeah, get ready. Throws are very, very, very strong. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to mention about throws too is, so Strive, a lot of Oki and Strive just run up meaty, right? Like you run up and you do like a meaty close S as your Oki. Here, this is what happens if you try doing it in this game. All right, ready? She's knock me down. She's gonna do meaty heavy slash. Ready? No. How dare you? How dare you? So you have invul on wake up and throws a 1 frame. So like, if you get close and try meaty, you're gonna get thrown every time. So meaty is very, very specific in this game. You either have to have a projectile or something set up there, or you have to space it correctly outside of throw range. If you're up here and you try meaty, you're getting thrown every time. So be careful. Next up is very, it was very, very annoying, very frustrating to deal with, is that every character in the game has different weight class. So there are characters that are heavier, there's characters that are lighter, there are characters that are bigger and that are smaller. And what that means is that this is a very combo heavy game, right? Is that your combos, you have to vary them, and the timing, depending on the character and the weight class, it's very, very frustrating when you're learning. So for example, let me do a real basic combo here. All right, ready? So I'm gonna do this, ready? 6. That didn't work, right? That combo didn't work. Now let me switch. So ready? That worked, right? So that part connected right there. So you saw that combo didn't work on Biken, but it does work on Soul. And like it would work on Potemkin, but it wouldn't work on Chip or something like that. And the way you have to fix that is you have to either change your route, or it's like you need to delay your combo at this part against this character, and against this character you have to do it faster than you would normally. It's really obnoxious, and it's something that you just have to learn. Be ready for that. Be ready for like going to training mode against Soul, learning your combo, and then going in a match and not being able to land the combo once. You're like, what the hell? What's going on? Like, this is where the game is. You have to understand when you need to change your combo. So my advice for you, if you're a new player, keep your combos as simple as possible. Try and find something that will work on everybody, because it's much more important to end your combo than it is to maximize the damage, you know? Ending the combo lets you set up the Oki and let you keep the pressure going. So if you can do a little bit less damage and complete the combo and get the Oki going, that's a lot better than trying to go for big damage and dropping it on like half the cast. So just be ready. Trust me. It might, I don't know if I did a good job of explaining how annoying that is, but it's really goddamn annoying learning this game. You're like, what did a combo work? All right, so next up, this is kind of similar to the last one, talking about like character, how the way characters vary. So I talked about how they vary on doing air combos and then on their weight and everything. There's another thing, another big variance is, let's see if we can see this one. Ready? Let's try this. Ready? So look, I'm knocking Soul down. Okay. Now let's switch to Sin. All right, let's see. Ready? Did you notice anything? Are your eyes that good? Are your eyes that talented? So what am I trying to show here? Is that not only the characters are different like weight classes, so like when they're in the air, you have to do different combos. They have different wake up timings too. And not only do they have different wake up timings, they have different wake up timings whether they're facing on their stomach or on their back. So there's 2 different wake up timings for Sin, whether you hit him on his stomach or on his back. So here you go. Shout out to Dust Loop. So here's the entire cast, all of their different wake up timings. You see they vary by everybody here. It's super, super, super annoying. Now, what I'm telling you, this is not like mandatory knowledge, right? I'm not saying like, oh, you need to memorize the wake up timing chart or else you're not gonna be able to play this game, but I'm saying just be aware, right? There's a lot of things when you're learning, like, why didn't that work? You know, I said about the combos, like, why didn't that work? It's the same thing with wake up timing, right? You might practice a setup with like a specific like meaty, like right there, like I want a meaty with 6K. Oh, all right, meaty 6K. I did it too early and I got thrown. Like, what the hell happened there? I mistimed it. It's like, no, there's a different wake up timing. This character wakes up different from the other guy. So again, very, very, very annoying, very, very obnoxious. Be aware of that and either take the note, adjust, or try and find some Oki that ignores it. So if you have a projectile, right? If you got a projectile like me, I can cover everything right there, but it's a pain in the ass. And I bet you would have known that unless I told you, right? I still don't understand why it's in the game. I still don't understand why that's in the game. But yeah, it's something that's part of Xrd, man. Get used to it. All right, so next up, number 4. So again, I'm talking, this is all about character-specific stuff. So we talked about the weight classes. We talked about the wake-up timing. Now, there's another really big thing in this game. It's the life bar and the gut system. So that life bar at the top, that's just a suggestion. It doesn't mean anything. Only when it's 0 is when it matters. Anything else, it doesn't matter. Because watch, let me show you something. Ready? Actually, let me try and do a full combo. Let me just try and do a full combo. All right, ready? I'll do 6H. Golly, look at that. You see all that? So there you go. That combo is 258 damage. God damn, look at that. That was almost 60%, 65% on Raven. All right, so we're going to leave him right there. Let's do that same combo. Let's try. What the hell? What the hell happened? The first combo did like 60%. The second combo did 124. That's even less than half damage. Look at the red life on that one, right? So this is the gut system in this game. So this game, not only does it have a gut system, which means you take less damage to lower your health. There's like varying scales, but also there's a defense modifier. So already watch this. I know you guys love charts, but here's the gut system here. So Raven is the highest guts in the game. Each guy is not on here, but there's different defense modifiers as well. What I want to say is like when you're playing, don't be fooled by the life bar. Do not be fooled by the life bar. The life bar does not matter. It doesn't matter. Trust me. When you get hit and you take like 60-70% at the start, don't worry about it. Be like, whatever. Guts didn't kick in yet. All right, hold on. Let me do one. I can definitely kill him on the next hit. I can definitely kill him with my super. One more, just to see. Ready? This should kill. Yeah, this is a kill. Because the supers do a good amount of minimum damage there. But yes, this is not just a Raven thing, right? It's not just a Raven thing. Some of the characters have really high guts. Potemkin, of course, high guts and the defense modifier. So you got to realize that like you're not going to be able to kill in situations that you think you could kill, like in Strive. If I'm playing Ram and I have you at like 50%, I'm going to kill you on the next hit. If I have you like 60%, I'm going to kill you on the next hit. Not in this game. You got to think about like 2 parts. You have to bring them down from full health down to like guts health, and then once they're in guts, then you kill them from guts, right? It's almost like 2 stages to like a boss fight right there. So be aware of that. Trust me. When you're playing, you're like, what the hell are these life bars? They don't matter at all. One thing you do against guts, a little tip for you, is, especially when they're really low, like, maximizing the number of hits is more important than the damage. Because sometimes all your hits will do 1 damage. So it's better to just, like, match P, or a multi-hit super. Also in this game, you can use your burst. So, like, my super here, ready? This is my regular super, and here's my burst super. Sorry. See, it says burst right there. You can spend your burst when you do a super for higher minimum scaling. So that's a good way to like get around guts and kill somebody at the end. But yeah, be ready. It's very weird. And again, every character is very different. Like, why won't this guy die? Why won't he die? I don't know. That's the guts, baby. All right, last one. Fifth one. This is probably the most important. I feel like I should have put this at number 2. But this game, I'm sure you're aware, does not have a dash macro, right? Everyone, Strive has a dash macro. I love it. I love dash macros. This game doesn't have one, so you have to manually dash here. But that's not what I'm telling you. This game also doesn't have dash block. Or dash guard, whatever you want to call it. Where you can block while holding forward. So in Strive, it's very strong to press your dash macro and then block, right? So you can slowly approach. This game does not have it. You will get murdered for dashing straight at somebody. So what you need to learn how to do is FD break. So that means while you're dashing, cancel your dash with a shield. Very, very, absolutely necessary to play this game. To be able to move around. So it's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. It's a little bit unnatural maybe if you've never done it before. I think there's macros too you can use. But you have to use your shield not just on defense but in neutral too. FD break. And also not just on the ground, in the air. So Strive has no air unblockable attacks, right? So in Strive, jumping is very strong. You know, just jump, whatever. You can block. In this game, you can't block in the air. You can block air-to-air attacks in the air, but ground attacks you can't. Right? He set the block. So you can block air attacks, but on the ground... Sorry, let me do 6P here. You can't block anti-air or grounded moves in the air. So you need to use FD. So when you're jumping, if you're getting near them, you have to FD to block in the air. You have to FD to break on the ground. Of course, you have to FD on defense to get out of there. And it uses your meter there. So just be ready. FD is very, very important in this game. So is IB. That's a lot more important than in Strive, but that's for another video. But yeah, there you go. So there's a lot to learn about Rev. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense. It's just like, why is it like that? You're like, this is the way it is. Daisuke thought it was cool. That's the way it is. So this video hopefully kind of gave you a little insight, a little things to be prepared about. And it's kind of like, if you go with an open mind, it'll be okay. If you try to make sense of a lot of things, you'll just get angry, right? You have to just be like, oh, that's the way it was. That's the way Rev is. They're not going to change it, not going to fix the game, not going to make it like the way I wanted. This is the way it is. You got to accept the way Daisuke thought was cool. It's frustrating, like I said, when I learned the game, I was very, very frustrated. I was getting like super tight, but you know, you learn, once you just accept it, you learn to play with it. You're like, I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying I want to have guts and wake up time and different weight classes in every fighting game, but it's like, all right, I can play around it. My suggestion though, like I said, I made another video talking about difficulty of characters. So the thing about Rev is that it's a hard game. There's a lot to learn in the game about the game engine itself. So my recommendation, you can do whatever you want, but I would say you should probably pick an easier character so that you don't have to worry about learning all your characters, the complex stuff about your character, plus the complex stuff about the game at the same time. Go with Leo. Pick Leo like I did. You can learn him in 4 minutes, and then you can learn about the game as you just pilot with Leo and just mess people up, right? If you pick a character like Johnny, it's over, man. It's over. You're never going to play this game. Trust me. You'll drop it. You will drop the game. I'm sorry. But yeah, there you go. If it helped you out, you want more, if enough people watch the video, maybe we'll make another one, because there's so much other stuff we could teach you about this game, what you should learn coming from Strive. But it is a fun game. Don't make it sound like I'm saying this game sucks. It's a very fun game. It's just, be ready. It's a bit more difficult than Strive. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense, but it's rewarding if you put in the time. So yeah, hopefully it helped you out. If you're still watching, thank you. Leave a comment on the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!